Hey there, what's going on guys? Today I'm sharing with you 5 Minecraft shader packs. Last week's video featured some of my favorite and some really popular Minecraft shaders. This week there are a mix of some really popular Minecraft shaders and possibly a couple of shader packs that you haven't heard of. As I said last week, this will be a weekly series, at least for a short period of time. I do have a lot of shaders that I've compiled for quite a few videos. As long as you guys seem to want to see them, well, I'll probably continue to create these videos. For your reference, I am using BeatAbelo's resource pack and the clouds pack for some of the shaders in this video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get started. The first shaders I have for you today is MineCloud Shaders. Now, you'll see the download for this is from version 1.7.10. Don't worry though, I haven't seen any sort of glitches in Minecraft 1.12 or any sort of drastic glitches, I guess. So I'm also assuming that the other versions work fine with this shaders pack. Well, I should say that for default settings at least. I did notice that when I tried to turn on God rays, these shaders stopped working, but yeah. These shaders are truly well done. Although less popular than shaders like Sonic Ethers or Sildurs, I actually think that some of you may prefer these. For my taste, they are a bit too bright for me to enjoy, at least in default settings during the day. I really like that these shaders give you the option of turning off certain waving aspects. So for example, by default, a brown mushroom would wave with the wind with these shaders. In these shaders options, it gives you the option to turn that off, along with things like wheat, water, fire, and other stuff. I just thought that was nice because sometimes you don't get that many options to customize the shaders to your liking. The only thing I wish these shaders had was a custom sky, but the clouds pack resource pack makes up for that for me, and that's what you see in the video. Also, really check out that resource pack. It's definitely great. The next shaders pack I'm sharing with you guys today is Re36 or RR36's shaders. Not sure how he pronounces that, but yeah, these shaders were discontinued in 2014. So what you see is what you get. There won't be any changes made to them in the future. However, what you do see is actually quite nice. These shaders add brighter lights, darker shadows, and very little gray coloring. The early morning hours in these shaders explode with bright and bold orange colors. Some may not like this, but I personally find it a bit of a nice change. Other times during the day, it gives you a nice crisp and clear look with nice great blue water. Speaking of water, there is actually an add-on to add pink water into the shaders. It's not something I would use, but I mean, I guess if that's something you're interested in, well, there you go. I did notice some small visual glitches here and there with this pack. I suppose that may come with it not being updated anymore. However, it wasn't too big of a deal, and overall the FPS I got from these shaders were great. There was only a 10 to 12 FPS drop between the medium and extreme versions of these shaders. I don't know if that means that the shaders on medium are actually kind of high or if the extreme version isn't too demanding. I'm not sure. As is the case with many of the shader packs that will be featured, this is based off of Chocopic 13's shaders. In fact, the previous shaders were also based off of Chocopic 13 shaders. Anyways, this shader pack is ZiipZaap's shaders. Also like Re36's shaders, this has been discontinued since around 2015. Like the previous shaders, this gives you the option of doing quite a bit of customization, including the waving features and the distant blur. ZiipZaap's is a pretty standard shader pack, and I don't mean that in a negative way. This is another shaders pack that may be a bit too too bright for my liking, though I'm not somebody who likes bright shaders. I honestly prefer more dull looking shaders, for lack of a better word. Obviously this shader pack does a lot of things right. The water reflections are fantastic. The varying differences in raindrops is a cool touch. The dark night is always something I like in shaders. This will never be my go-to shaders pack. However, for some projects I work on, this is definitely a useful one to have in my shaders pack folder. ZiipZaap shaders has definitely become pretty popular. I do know that a lot of people do love these shaders, and I really do see why. They are pretty great. In my previous 5 Minecraft shaders video, I mentioned that the BSL shaders were my go-to shaders. They were the shaders I'd use for screenshot, cinematic, and just regular gameplay. Well, then I was reminded of MrMeepz Shaders. How I forgot about this shaders pack is beyond me. For one, it's extremely popular, and for two, I love it. It's fantastic. I just mentioned that I'm not a fan of some of the brighter shader packs, at least not for like regular gameplay. Well, MrMeepz isn't really that bright, or the shaders, not MrMeepz himself. I mean, I can't call it dull because it obviously brightens up Minecraft, but I just feel like this is the perfect pack in terms of brightness and how vibrant it is. Of course, this is all personal preference. My shader preferences are different than yours. And of course, everyone is using shaders for different things. MrMeepz Shaders gives you a happy and summer-like atmosphere. It's achieved through bright and warm colors. I'm personally using the Ultra Plus version in this video, though if you have a lower end computer, there is a light version that actually looks really nice. I highly recommend trying it if you're somebody who has a lower end computer looking for shaders. The light version still very much gives you that feeling that you see in this video. In fact, the light version only takes out some of the lesser popular, I guess, for lack of better words, features? Yeah, we'll go with that. To finish off, I have Sildur's Vibrant Shaders. I mentioned in the last video that Sildur's probably should have been in it. However, I only feature 5 and I really wanted to feature a lagless shaders in the first video for those that wanted to try out a shaders pack on a lower end computer. Silder's is another shaders pack that I actually really like. In this video you'll see the high version of the pack. Again, like MrMeepz, there is a light version to try out for Intel cards and weak systems. There are multiple versions from light to extreme, with a motion blur option for the high version and a volumetric lighting version for the extreme version. We were first introduced to Sildur shaders in August of 2013. The most recent version, 1.164, was released in July of 2017. So, after all this time, Sildur has been giving us updates. Not only that, but the vibrant shaders aren't the only Sildur shaders you'll find. Here are Sildur's basic shaders. These basic shaders will work on almost any system, so they are a great way to add in shaders to Minecraft if you're on a very low-end computer and want to start testing out shaders. Sildur's Basic is a great place for you to start testing. Now that I think of it, I probably should have just put this in my first video since it can be used for lower end computers too, but oh well, it's in this one. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you know of any shaders that may be relatively unknown, please let me know about them. Additionally, if you have created anything in Minecraft please feel free to send it to me. Whether it's a build or a resource pack or a mod, you can send it to me via email, and who knows, maybe it will be featured in a video. I hope that you found a shaders pack that you like in this 5 Minecraft shaders video. Again, this is going to be a weekly series for at least a few weeks, so look forward to another one of these videos if you haven't seen a shaders pack that you like yet. Please leave a like on this video, it'll help me out a lot, and let me know if you are liking this series. Again, thank you all so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. I'm out of here, see ya.